Hello, welcome to our presentation on minimizing the cost of goods sold presented by myself. So for this we have used SAS. So we start with the first slide. Just one second. Now, first of all is that we look at the first chart. This is the percentage sales with percentage gross profit, and your bubble sizes. So the blue bubble is the percentage sales value, while the blue bubble size is the cost of goods sold, right? So this is the cost of goods sold, and the red bubble size is actually indicating the gross margin. So red bubble is the percentage gross profit, which is indicated through here, and the size is indicating the percentage gross margin. So now, as intuitively, both the bubble sizes should be actually equal and should be close to each other. But however, here we see that the red bubble size is significantly larger than the blue bubble size for category A, which indicates a higher degree of profitability. But in the case of category C, the red bubble size is significantly smaller than the blue bubble size, which indicates that the profitability of category C items is a lot lower. In case of B, it is quite close. Now for the remaining slides, what you will need to remember is that the size of the blue bubbles should actually go up from bottom to top, right? So when you go from bottom to top, then the size of the blue bubble should goes up, and for the red bubbles, the size of the bubbles goes up when you're going from top to bottom, right? So now let's with keeping this rule in mind, let's open the second set of slides. So this is the second set. You have percentage sales with gross margin percentage, and the bubble size is indicated. So the red bubble size, the diameter is indicating that it is percentage purchase, and the blue bubble size is indicating that it is cost of goods sold. So as again we had said that as you go from top to bottom, the size of the blue bubble should go up. So that means that this bubble should be greater than this bubble, or as in the case of the red bubbles, that this bubble size should be greater than this bubble size. However, we see that all the four bubbles are equal. So intuitively, what we believe is that since this is a low gross margin item, therefore you should be able to purchase more of this, and this blue bubble should move up. So it should move up above this given blue bubble, and its diameter should also increase. So which basically makes sense that since your gross margin is lower, and since the gross margin is lower, therefore you should be able to purchase more of this item and sell it at higher gross volume. Now, since this is not happening, in this case, so probably they need to talk to the supplier for 175 by 65. So this is the first inference. But let's go on to the second chart, which is actually for the category B. Now this is percentage sales. This is the gross margin percentage. Now again, as I have said before, that you have to simply follow this rule. As you go from bottom to up, blue bubble should go up, and as you go from top to bottom, the red bubble should go up. Right, now let's look at what happens here. Now here you see that this particular red bubbles are actually all on the same size, and this basically breaks the norm. That means these red bubbles which are down below here should be significantly larger than this red bubble. That is the first that is the first instance. Now wherever the blue bubble is above the red bubble, that means that this is a low gross margin item which is selling up in large volumes. Now there's another rule which you should actually see when you actually assess these charts, is that both the bubbles, the red and the blue, should be of the same size. Now what happens? Now let's look at what happens here. Now, if the red and the blue bubbles are not at the same size, that means the red bubble is bigger than the blue bubble. That means that this indicates that there is an inventory problem, right? That means that you have purchased more than what you can actually sell. The third norm here is that as the distance between the two bubbles should increase, and therefore the relative size of the bubbles should increase. So here we see that we need to particularly look at 145 by 70, and we need to talk to the supplier of this particular item. For these two bubble cases with the distance is far more than this particular bubble. So these two bubble sizes should also be significantly more. So therefore, they need to talk to this particular supplier. This probably, keeping this, keeping the purchase and sales prices of these two into consideration, and the company should probably look into the inventory of this particular item. Then I look into my third graph, which is looking at percentage sales by gross profit percentage. And in this case, the rule is, and again, I'll explain this. The red bubble is the gross profit percentage. So this is the gross profit percentage, and the size actually indicates the percentage purchase. That means this is your gross profit and percentage purchase, and the blue bubble is the sales value percentage, and the size is the cost of goods sold. So basically what we have inferred is that all these bubbles should be very close to each other, right? So then it is fine. So again, in this particular graph, all these bubbles are very close to each other, so just ignore it. Your issue starts when there is the gap between the bubbles. Now in case there is a gap between the bubbles, in case the red bubble is above the blue bubble, therefore then it is a highly profitable sort of an item. It is a high gross margin item, right? And the third one is the last one here, of course, is that we looked at it by the category C, the same graph by category C. Again, the red and the blue bubble. Sorry, just 1 second. Then the last one is that we look at the seasonality. So here we have plotted the seasonality for a single item and taken it up from there. So with this, we come to the end of our presentation, and we look forward to any feedback. There is one more graph which we also wanted to show to you, is that with regards to category C, right? So this is actually showing percentage sales by gross profit percentage, and here is a description of the red and the blue bubbles. Now here you see actually that the gross margin for almost all the items is actually quite close. However, the blue bubble size for this particular item is significantly larger than the blue bubble sizes of all the other items in category C. So that means that these items, these 1, 2, 3 are highly profitable items, but this item actually has a low profitability. Low profitability. So although the contribution percentage of this particular item is a lot more in terms of the gross profit, but this item is actually contributing a lot less in terms of the profitability than it should actually do so. So this red bubble should be significantly larger. So with this, I come to the end of this presentation. Thank you very much.